My dad died of metastatic lung cancer 5 weeks after he was diagnosed. So it was real quick. Now, I hadn't started having kids yet. My wife and I had just gotten married not till a year or two before. So my kids don't know my dad. He is a mythological character to them. The interesting thing is that my son, who right now is 6, he is so much like my dad. It's crazy. In many ways, he's more like my dad than I am. Genetics are really interesting. So the two of them would have gotten along really well. But my son will never have that. And my dad's dad died when I was an infant. And from what I can tell, he was a really interesting guy. And I had a lot of similarities to him. So now as a parent with young kids, I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, I watch them and I wonder what they're going to be like as adults. What kind of parents are they going to be like? What are their kids going to be like? And then I see their relationship with their grandparents, especially my father-in-law, and I see that bond and I go, man, that's so cool. I could be one of the first Netley men in generations to have a very solid relationship with my grandkids. And then I watch my in-laws watch my wife because that's their baby girl, And man, that must be so surreal because I'll probably always think of my daughter as she is now, as like this little 3-year-old, this little innocent princess, And so someday I could sit there and watch her and I could remember her being a little girl, and I could see maybe if she has a daughter, her little girl. And I could see the similarities, and I could get to just sit back and enjoy that and watch my kids be parents. And then I could be a grandparent and I could have that relationship and I could give that relationship to my grandkids. Now, I started having kids late. I think I was in my late 30s when we had our son. I didn't set myself up for success. So I've got to be able to go the distance. If I want to accomplish this goal, I'm thinking, man, I got to get to my 80s at least. I got to have a solid 80s. Maybe even push into my 90s if I really, but also if I'm going to make it that long, I have to be functional. I have to be moving. I don't want to be in a home in my 80s and I see my grandkids, on holidays. No, I want to be vibrant and moving around until the day I just don't wake up. That would be ideal. That's my reason why. So I have a goal and I have a strong reason why. So it doesn't matter what I feel like doing or don't feel like doing. I miss days here and there, but it doesn't matter what I feel like eating or not eating. I'm just going to get things done because at any point when I don't want to implement the plan, I could just think about that. I could think about my little 3-year-old girl being a mom someday and then like what her little 3-year-old girl could look like and be like.